The host told me the locked room wasn't part of the rental. I said fine. On the third night, I heard someone inside it. Not a pipe, not the wind. Breathing. Slow and very, very close to the door. My name is Sarah. I'm 28. I'm a freelance writer from Austin, and I booked the place because I needed 4 days of silence to finish a project. No city noise, no roommates, no distractions. The listing looked perfect. A 2-bedroom house in the mountains outside of Asheville, North Carolina. Surrounded by trees. Private. Peaceful. The host had 112 reviews. 4.8 stars. I arrived on a Tuesday afternoon in October. The drive up the mountain took about 20 minutes from the main road. Gravel, switchbacks, no cell signal after the first 10 minutes. The house was at the end of a long private lane. It was bigger than it looked in the photos. Older too. The kind of old where the floors have personality and the windows are slightly warped in their frames. The host, a man named Gerald, had left a handwritten note on the kitchen table. It covered the usual things, where the firewood was, how to work the old boiler, the Wi-Fi password, and at the bottom, in the same neat handwriting, the door at the end of the upstairs hallway is private storage. Please do not attempt to open it. Thank you. There was no explanation, just the instruction. I read it twice. Then I put the note down and started unpacking. There were 2 bedrooms upstairs. Mine was on the left at the top of the stairs. Clean, simply furnished, a window facing the trees. Nice. The other door was straight ahead at the end of the short hallway. Heavy wood, old brass handle, a keyhole that actually had a key slot, the older kind, not a modern lock. I didn't touch it, but I noticed it immediately. You would too. I messaged Gerald through the app. I kept it light, just asked what was stored in there, whether I'd be hearing anything from the room, that kind of thing. He replied within 5 minutes. His message said, just some family items stored there, nothing that will bother you. Best not to go near it. Best not to go near it. That phrasing. Not don't worry about it, not it's just boxes. Best not to go near it. The first night was quiet. Too quiet, maybe, but I put that down to being in the mountains for the first time in a while. I worked until midnight, went to bed. Slept fine. The second day I barely thought about the room. I wrote 6 pages, made soup, read for an hour by the fire. I was doing what I came here to do. And then it was the second night. I woke up at 2:41 a.m. I know the time because I looked at my phone immediately. It was the kind of waking where you don't know what woke you. No dream I could remember. No obvious sound. Just awake. I lay in the dark and listened to the house. Old houses make sounds. I knew that. But what I was hearing wasn't the house settling. It was coming from the hallway. A low, rhythmic sound, like someone breathing against a door. I sat up. The sound stopped. I waited for 5 minutes in the absolute dark, not moving, not making a sound. Nothing. Then I turned my phone flashlight on and went to my bedroom door. I opened it slowly. The hallway was empty. The locked door at the end was exactly as it had been, closed, sealed, the old brass handle unmoved. I walked toward it. I stopped 3 feet away. I listened. Nothing. I went back to bed and lay there until morning with the light on. The 3rd day, I couldn't write. Kept thinking about the room. Not in a scared way, in the way your brain fixates on something it can't resolve. I started noticing things I'd missed, like the fact that the locked door had a small gap at the bottom, not much, maybe half an inch, and when I lay on the hallway floor and put my phone light at the gap, I could see the floor of the room, dusty, and in the dust, footprints, recent footprints, facing the door. I photographed them. I sent the photo to Gerald through the app. I said, I can see footprints in the dust under the door. Is someone staying in the property? He read the message. I could see the read receipt. He didn't reply for 47 minutes. When he finally did, it said, "Those are old, nothing to worry about. Please enjoy your stay." 47 minutes for 4 words. I checked the footprints again that night. I lay on the floor with my phone and looked through the gap. They were the same, facing the door, toes pointing toward me. And then I noticed something I hadn't the first time. Next to the footprints, on the right side, there was a small dark circle in the dust, round, about the size of a cup. Like something had been set down there recently, like a mug or a glass of water. That was the night of the breathing. I woke up at 2:41 again, exactly the same time as the night before. I know because I checked immediately, and this time I didn't wait. I got up, took my phone, and went straight to the hallway. The locked door was in front of me, and the sound was unmistakable. Someone was breathing on the other side. Slow, measured, awake, standing at the door. I put my hand on the door. I don't know why. I needed to feel if it was real. The wood was warm. Not room temperature, warm. The way wood gets warm when someone has been standing very close to it for a long time. I took my hand away, and then the breathing stopped, and I heard, very quietly, from directly behind the door, at exactly my height, a single exhale, like a response. I left the house at 3 a.m. I took my bag, my laptop, my keys, and I drove down that mountain in the dark without stopping. I didn't contact Gerald again. I left a 1-star review. Airbnb removed it within 48 hours. They sent me an email saying it violated their content policy. They didn't say which part. The listing is still up. I checked 2 weeks ago. The photos are the same. The price is the same. Gerald still has a 4.8 rating. New reviews keep coming. People talking about the beautiful views, the peaceful atmosphere, the perfect place to disconnect. None of them mention the room. None of them mention the sound. Maybe they sleep through it. Maybe they don't go near it. Maybe they just don't notice. I've thought about what was in that room a lot. I've thought about the footprints, the cup mark, the warmth of the door, the breathing, the exhale. I've thought about Gerald's message, "Please enjoy your stay," and the way he said best not to go near it. Best not to go near it. Like he knew, like he'd been asked that before.